Opting for the hybrid, I think. Oh, tidy looking shot that. And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
Never mind. Go and tap it in. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Now teeing off on the 12th hole.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck. You'll need it.
Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
By my estimation, he's got around 170 here.
That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
This putt for par here. No, that's too bad. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. Time to face a par 4.
Tee shot up the hill to a blind landing area. Second shot is to a green that is surrounded by a cavern of bunkers. If you miss all those and find the green in 2, then you'll have a decent look at a birdie 3.
And they're playing from about 140 yards out.
Yeah, this one, it's veering off a little bit to the right.
And here we are with the third shot. Not your best effort. Still a mid-range putt coming up. Nice line. That's a good putt to make, that one. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4.
Par 4, sweeping from right to left down the hill. This is a challenging hole.
Well, that's a handy shot. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Oh, this would be handy if he could bounce right. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
That's inside the range. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
Par 4, 421 yards, a seemingly simple par 4.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Opting for the 9-iron. See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little. This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close.
Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Stepping up to the 16th tee now.
Par 3, I don't need to mention the one on the left-hand side. It speaks for itself.
looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Needs this to kick a bit left.
Better bring their binoculars. Going to have a hard time seeing the hole from there.
Lining up the birdie putt here. Appears to have overcooked this one. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum.
Dog leg from right to left. Second shot is down the slope. Lots of bunkers on this hole, but should you avoid them and find this sliver of a green, then birdie will be on your mind.
That should find the sand. Second shot here on the 17th hole. This is from miles away.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
That's disappointing. This putt is about 8 feet. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Well, here we are, the 18th hole.
Players will be thinking birdie, but 6s and 7s will come along if you're not careful.
This lie's not great. Going with the 6-iron here. Oh, you see that one bouncing around the branches like a pinball machine? Getting ready to play their third. And from the greenside rough here. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Look, I got to say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
And this next putt, it's for bogey.
This is looking solid.
And with that, this player has finished their Q School final. But, Rich, unfortunately, they didn't manage to make it to that all-important top 50 and won't be able to advance to the Corn Ferry Tour next season. However, on their side is the opportunity to do it all again next year.
The player's going to have a rough go of it for another year until they can get back and hopefully get into the Corn Ferry Tour Championships.
A fair bit of soul-searching, I would imagine.
There's going to be a lot of searching for your game a little bit. I mean, you're going to be traveling, living on the road full-time. It's not easy nor fun, but it can and hopefully will make this player better in the future.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. UK Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this year's Q School final. Without further ado, let's get into the coverage of this exciting event. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. Hi, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA champ Rich Beam. A real thrill to be alongside you in the booth.
Really looking forward to the action out there on the course today, Luke.
Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. Second shot here on the first. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Great touch. Really nicely played.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Oh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it.
They thought leaving the flag stick in would help them, and they thought wrong.
Currently at 2 over par. Looking at a par 5 here.
Players looking to make 4 here, but never disappointed with a par 5.
Quality shot, that one. Taking aim from about 180 yards here.
Puff of wind blowing right to left.
They've decided to club up.
Yeah, disappointing not to find the surface, Rich, but I like that play.
Yeah, wind took that one offline in a hurry.
Nice recovery there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Sitting at 1 over for the event. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Just one bunker surrounds the screen. A difficult par 3 to say the least.
opting for the 6-iron. Looks like this one's bunker bound. Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Oh dear. Can he get out of here?
They got to use all the bounce and strength that they can muster. This is sitting down.
And here we are with the third shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? Bogey putt coming up here. There it is. Currently at 2 over par.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
The fourth at TPC Boston, Rich. A great short par 4.
Players looking to make birdie or better. The only difficulty is finding that front bunker. That's when big numbers can be had. For sure, birdies galore.
Right up in the canopy of the trees. Well, sometimes in the game it gives you good breaks and then you get bad ones. Unfortunately, this one's a bad one. Getting ready to play their third. 5 strokes behind our leader. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? 4 feet to the cup. Gets it to go down. Wow, what a save.
Yeah, in the bunker off the tee. Great recovery.
Now 6 strokes back after that hole. This hole here is a par 4.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. Sitting at 2 over for the day. That's not the outcome they were after.
Well, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
If he makes this, he'll save his par. Oh, so close. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Now 7 shots behind after that. This hole is a par 4.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
The 6th hole, particularly the approach, Rich, at TPC Boston's a very strong one.
If they put the pin other than front left near the water, it's a good birdie opportunity. But once that pin sneaks over to the left-hand side, watch out. Bogeys and doubles come into the equation very quickly.
Lovely touch. Well played.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Yeah, that's hold, but they seem to be losing a bit of their momentum.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Ooh, I like this. The cover's coming off the big dog. Time to let it loose.
Par 5, and only the long players can reach in 2. Find the fairway, then make a decision. Do I go over the large bunker 100 yards away, or do I lay back of it? Either way, you must make a par 5 here, because birdies will be had by the big hitters.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Putting for birdie.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
And with that putt, he's bounced back immediately from his previous drop shot. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th.
Par 3 and a diabolical green, to say the least. The left-hand side sits much higher than the right-hand side, and the green is usually very firm. A tough ask.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron. Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Straight out of the top drawer.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Teeing off now on the 9th hole.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their 2nd shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
Here we are in the fairway bunker. Can they execute a good shot? Yeah, that one will play. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
6 feet remaining to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
Oh, I love a player with big heart. You've showed plenty there.
In the bunker with their tee shot. Nice save indeed.
Now 8 shots back after that hole. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Par 4 straight away. A hole that is simple and difficult all in the same breath.
Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. Second shot here on the 10th hole. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Hey, nice looking line. And that's for birdie. Well holed. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. The old hammer hands putt. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
Par 4, 510 yards. It is a brute. Those bunkers down the right-hand side are a natural attraction for wayward golf balls. Second shot is down the slope. A big, deep, gaping bunker on the right-hand side will also find its fair share of golf balls. All in all, just a tough hole, to say the least.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Time for the second shot at the 12th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That's disappointing.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
Putting for par.
This has a real chance.
Fair effort. Just a short putt remaining here. Sitting at 5 over for the event. Next up is this two-shot hole.
Tee shot is uphill to a blind landing area. Green is surrounded by some deep bunkers. However, you miss all those, you find the surface in 2, and you're going to have a pretty decent look at a birdie 3.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. Second shot here on the 13th. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Well, that's a bit disappointing. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. That's frustrating. Putting now for a bogey. Good putt that.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back. Two great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
Fairway sweeps from right to left down the hill. Should you find the fairway, you'll have a decent look at finding the green in 2. But I gotta say, it is a difficult par 4, and you'd be happy to walk away with that score.
Tee shot is looking good here. The 14th hole at TPC Boston is a par 5 for the locals, a converted par 4 for the tournament, Rich, and it's a strong second shot down the hill.
Second shot, very narrow opening to this green. If you miss it out to the right in the bunkers, you have a difficult time getting it up and down. Out to the left, you have some options. Parts can be made.
All right, safely out of the bunker, and now a chance to make a putt. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Solid little par putt here.
Yeah, we'll take that. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
Par 4, and a fun little par 4 at that, just 421 yards from the back. Fairly generous fairway, but a green that can provide some entertainment as there's some different swales in the green, and your golf ball can go a-wandering if you're not careful.
It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
That's a touch of class.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. And an opportunity awaits as they step onto this tee of the par 3.
Watch out for this green. There's a large shelf on the right-hand side. If it's up there, good luck getting it close. And whatever you do, don't be silly and hit it left in the water. That's just a bad shot.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Oh, this one could be rinsed.
getting ready to play their third.
Back into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
Exit, stays left. Sadly, this one will make a splash. This is their fifth shot. Well, that was a strange one. Didn't see that happening. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Oh, no. This is nasty. Just no.
Right into the water on that one. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Got to make sure to control the flight here because the wind, well, is straight into their face.
Don't know where that one came from. Left field, I imagine. Now it's time to move on to the next hole. You've reached your shot limit on this one. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Time now to forget the horrors of the last and focus on this next tee shot.
Severe dog leg from right to left. Second shot down the hill to a very narrow green.
Luke, that swing was just south of awful.
Lining up from the sand now.
This one is heading to a really not so good space. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
How close was that to going down? Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Oh, just missed. It's just about 3 feet away. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Sitting at 14 over for the day.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Of all the finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich, there's plenty that feel that TPC Boston could be right up with the very best of them.
Long hitters are looking to take it down the left-hand side and get the extra chase on the golf ball down the slope. That'll leave them with a very short second shot to a dangerous green, big deep bunker right, and a large hollow on the left-hand side. Birdies and eagles have been made before, but so have sixes and sevens.
And here we are with the third shot. Setting up here with a very long putt. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Ooh, right by the hole. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. And with that, this player has finished their Q School final. But Rich, unfortunately, they didn't manage to make it to that all-important top 50 and won't be able to advance to the Korn Ferry Tour next season. However, on their side is the opportunity to do it all again next year.
The player's going to have a rough go of it for another year until they can get back and hopefully get into the Korn Ferry Tour Championships.
A fair bit of soul searching, I would imagine.
There's going to be a lot of searching for your game a little bit. I mean, you're going to be traveling, living on the road full time. It's not easy nor fun, but it can and hopefully will make this player better in the future.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. 2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are delighted to welcome you to this year's Q School Final. We're glad to have you with us as we kick off our coverage of this event. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. It's a pivotal day coming up for this player on the team. I'm Luke Elvey. Great to have Rich Beam alongside me. And Rich, what do you think of their chances?
We're only back by a couple, Luke, and so they really have a great opportunity to go out and chase down the leaders by day's end. It's a good opportunity, good scoring conditions today. I'm looking forward to the action.
Let's get down to the action. Beautiful swing there. And let's see what he can do here today. Handy effort, that one. Time for the second shot into the first. A birdie putt awaits. It's on a good line. Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Welcome to the tee at this par 5 hole.
Players want to take out any club, driver, 3, whatever it takes to miss the bunkers down the right-hand side in order to give them the best opportunity to knock it on in 2. However, danger lurks everywhere around this green, so players playing cautiously might want to consider laying up. Birdie 4s are always a good score on this hole, and you're never disappointed with a 5.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say.
Going with the 7. This one could get wet. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Oh, some smiles here. A bit of luck in the second cut. It's sitting nicely.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. No, that's too bad. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is a must-make, guys. They've got this for bogey.
Sitting at 15 over for the event.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Let's see what happens here at the 3rd hole.
Par 3, measuring 208 yards, a difficult par 3 to say the least.
Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. That should set up another chance. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Just didn't drop. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet. Yeah, good job. Nice par. currently at plus 15 for the event. Well, who doesn't love a short par 4? Is it time to be aggressive or lay back?
Par 4 measuring 298 yards. Will the players give it a go or not? Let's find out.
Well, that's not ideal. Finding the trees. Well, that was a boss move off that tee. Found the green in one shot. An eagle chance coming up.
Oh, loving seeing that aggressive play there, Luke. Great drive.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. An opportunity for a birdie here. Was on a good line. 3 feet to go here to the hole. That's a tough one to swallow. A 3-putt par in the end. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
Eight days a week, that rhythm works.
Playing from around 150 yards here. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
That's disappointing. Putting for a par now.
Looking good so far.
Solid par putt, that. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
From about 130 yards here.
They've chosen to club down here.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Teeing off here at the 7th.
Par 5, 600 yards straight away. Wanting to make birdies, but par is a good number.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Putting for birdie here. Okay, steady now. Okay, let's head to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Ooh, I always love these holes. Here we have a par 3.
Par 3, bunkers left and right. Not an easy par 3 to say the least.
Going with the 6-iron here. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 17 feet from the cup.
Didn't quite hit it, did you?
It's downhill the entire way, and yet inexplicably comes up short.
Sitting at 15 over for the event. We've reached the 9th hole. Time to tee off.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. Not a bad play, that one. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. All righty, Rich. This is crunch time. We're through 9 holes today, and this player's on the wrong side of the cut line.
Luke, right now they're so far below the cut line, it's going to take a miracle for them to stick around.
This lies pretty deep here.
No, this is like hitting it into a head of cabbage. I mean, it literally is just awful.
That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
Let's see if he can make this and keep the par on the card.
So far, so good.
Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Teeing off now at the 11th hole.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
Going with the hybrid. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
I've been all around this, tried to read it, just can't see it, but he's got about 22 feet. This is their look at birdie.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Nicely holed, and for par. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck.
Well struck. Playing from around 160 yards. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. This putt coming up is for birdie. Ooh. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Currently at plus 15 for the event. Time to step on your tee shot here at this long par 4.
Par 4, back up the hill, 447 yards. This is an adventure-filled par 4.
Looks like they put a good pass on that one. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up from about 130 yards out. Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. Oh, just missed that one. Par putt coming up here. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that.
Par 4, sweeping from right to left down the hill. This is a challenging hole.
Nicely done. And this shot from about 150 yards out. Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. A wonderful shot into 14. It sets up another look at birdie. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
Little birdie look in here.
In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole.
Par 4, 421 yards. A lot of fun can be had here, but be careful of the green. It'll get you if you're not careful.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. There's always a sense of excitement striding onto the tee of a par 3 hole.
Par 3, I don't need to mention the one on the left-hand side. It speaks for itself.
Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
And I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
It's just about 3 feet away. Sitting at 15 over for the event. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4.
Dog leg from right to left. Second shot is down the slope. Lots of bunkers on this hole, but should you avoid them and find this sliver of a green, then birdie will be on your mind.
Second shot here on the 17th. Not bad. And he's down there. You got to read.
This one will run uphill.
That was a gallant attempt. Big putt for par coming up. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. That's a bit out of shape. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
Opting for the 6-iron.
Just a bit outside into the rough.
And here we are with the third shot. Well, this will be a big birdie here. Good putt to make.
Looking great now.
That'll sting a bit. Just 3 feet to the cup. And with that, this player has finished their Q School final. But Rich, unfortunately, they didn't manage to make it to that all-important top 50 and won't be able to advance to the Corn Ferry Tour next season. However, on their side is the opportunity to do it all again next year.
The player's going to have a rough go of it for another year until they can get back and hopefully get into the Corn Ferry Tour Championships.
A fair bit of soul-searching, I would imagine.
There's going to be a lot of searching for your game a little bit. I mean, you're going to be traveling, living on the road full-time. It's not easy nor fun, but it can and hopefully will make this player better in the future.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.